Hello, welcome to the call center. How can we make your day better?
Press 1 for some laughs, press 2 for unfiltered takes, and press 3 to speak to absolutely no one. Because let's be real, we just here for the vibes.
That's right. We're two brown guys with a hotline to all things life, culture, and chaos. So buckle up and enjoy the call.
Yup. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Welcome to the call center.
Reby's back at
We
it.
take your calls. We're continuing with Reby here.
Round two.
Thank you for coming back for another day, Reby. Thank you.
Yeah, bro. You know, thanks for coming back another
Day
day. even though we
two,
got the
same clothes.
outfits.
Yeah, dude.
Same best.
Dan, I didn't think that
Yeah,
through.
it's
Okay.
all good. But we have an interesting topic we want to talk about today. Something I think a lot of people can relate to. Right.
And what's that, Aaron?
And we want to, pull your mic back, bro. Sit back, relax. Just take this time to enjoy with us, guys. Make sure, you leave it in the comments below what you guys have gone through. But what is the brokest thing? Because all of us, most people can relate to being broke at some point. What is the brokest thing you've ever had to do? And tell a story behind it.
Aaron, why are you looking at me?
Because, Praveen, out of
Reby's
a
right
lot of
here.
the people that I know, cheap in the dictionary, they should put your picture beside it.
Wow. Everyone who knows me knows this isn't true. But let me tell you a story why it is true.
Wait, you said everybody that knows you knows it isn't true.
Yeah, but let me
okay.
just tell you a
Okay,
story
yeah, go ahead.
of how that is true.
Yeah.
Remember that one time I went to New York?
Yes.
20
That New
19?
York trip, man. No, 2018.
It was you, me.
There was people. We don't gotta go through
That's
the whole
true.
list. Right.
But Reby was there.
Yep.
That was a fun trip, man.
That was a fun trip.
It was a fun trip.
But
that
bro,
was also maybe Reby's brokest thing he's ever done. As well.
that is true. Cause yeah, we'll get to that too.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll
Because
talk about it.
this man
We'll talk
like
about
just came last minute, and he's like, "I'm not gonna pay for the Airbnb. I'm just
Oh,
gonna,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna hop on."
No, because I think I was gonna go to Korea the next like a few weeks after.
Bro.
I think that was during the
I know
time,
many
isn't it?
many people were like,
No,
"Dang,
no.
Reby's not paying for his share of the place."
That was right after you bought the house.
Was it after the house?
Yeah, it was right when you bought the house.
It said 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went December, right? 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to South Korea in the same December. I'm pretty sure. A few weeks later.
You can't go
Oh.
in December. We went during Christmas.
Wait, was it Christmas?
You didn't go to Korea.
Oh, it was a year.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a year before that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh no, that's right. That's
You
right.
just
That's
bought
right.
a new
No,
house.
that's
That
right.
was-
That's
that
right.
was
Yeah, I
the
just
thing.
bought
But
a new
yes,
house.
Reby didn't contribute
Should we
to the
talk
Airbnb.
about his story or your story?
I
First?
think
Nah,
it's the
he's
same
gonna
thing.
start-
It's the same New
he's-
York
he's
thing.
Yeah.
I guess
So
this is
let's dive into Reby's moment during that trip.
okay.
So
did.
the thing is, guys, we all planned to go to New York. It was like we planned it like a month or 2 months in advance. We had about 6 people going, and Reby was included. So we found an Airbnb. Albie found an Airbnb.
That was a really
and,
nice.
Bro, it was such a good
very
Airbnb.
nice Airbnb.
Maybe we can give them a picture of it right here.
I doubt it. But because I don't know where to find it.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't book it, so I don't know the details.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, it was a very nice Airbnb, and we were all supposed to go, and it was costing everybody. Was it $150 a person?
Not even. It was
I
at
don't
least in the
remember.
threes.
I think it was at
Oh,
threes. I think it was in threes
3 or
for
4.
sure.
3. I think 300.
It could have been 3, but we were all
Each.
we all just started working. We were all still kind of young.
Yeah, bro.
And I just
But
bought
so
the house
Reby, after we all booked the trip and everything, I think a week before, Reby calls the group or tells us like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it, guys. I can't afford it." And we were all just like, "Well, dang, right?"
Yeah.
And then we're like, "Okay, cool." And then I was the one who initiated this conversation because I felt bad, and I still wanted him to come along, right?
For me.
For Praveen's
Yeah.
sake.
Because
And-
I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, because
Besides, like,
we were
'cause-
just there was a group of people
Yeah,
going,
the group
and,
people.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I called Reby. And well, I asked the group first. I
Yeah.
said, "Hey guys, like, are y'all cool with allowing Reby to still come, and not let him pay for the Airbnb?"
And they were not.
People were hesitant, but I convinced everybody,
Mm.
and then everybody said yes, right?
Okay.
Or me, you, and Ubby at least said yes.
Yeah.
Right. And so we're like, we'll take care of it, right?
Uh,
And then we called Reby. Reby's like, "What, guys? Like, yeah, that's what's up. Like, I'll come." But the broke thing he did was not the fact that he came, was the fact that when we went on the trip, he picked all the expensive restaurants.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That was the part that ticked everybody off.
That's what pissed everyone off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I
Bro,
didn't know.
when I
Yeah.
tell you, everybody was
They were like, "Why is this man picking the most expensive?"
right?
When
And
he
didn't even pay for the Airbnb. Like we were all like, because every restaurant.
remember that.
Because I think one time we were at what was that place called, bro?
Shoot, I didn't know that.
Look,
No
he's shocked too.
wonder, no wonder they're quiet.
Yeah,
yeah.
we were with Central. What is that called? Central
Central
Garden?
Park.
Central Park.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We were in Central Park, and
You
at
talking
this
about the
point,
coffee place?
yeah, we wanted to. No, after the coffee place, we wanted to eat lunch,
Oh.
and then we were hungry, and we were trying to see something nearby and cheap, and so we found a Shake Shack.
Mm.
But Reby was like, "Nah, guys, look at this restaurant. It was like this fancy Asian place."
Yeah.
And we all like that was a time what I didn't really get upset because I was like, I was just more like, why are you doing that? But I wasn't like upset. But the people we were with, the other people, they're all like, how the heck is this dude asking for all
the audacity for him to open his mouth right now.
Because he paying his own meals, right?
Yeah.
And we're out and we're like, you couldn't pay for the Airbnb, but you paid for. So that was the brokest thing I think I've seen Reby do, right?
No,
Other than that, I don't think I've seen him do a lot of broke things. But you, on the other hand,
he's pretty bougie most of the time.
yeah, Reby got bread. You know what I'm
But
saying?
going off of that.
And that was years ago when we all first started our jobs.
Yeah.
Reby just bought a house.
Yeah.
So there were decisions like, Reby got bread. Don't.
I was naive. Because
Yeah,
I
it was
wasn't
just more
paying
like
attention.
whatever happened. All right, Praveen, you go ahead.
But yeah,
It's
going off
hilarious.
of that trip, the next day after we got settled in, everybody wanted to go out for a coffee shop.
Oh, that's
A bougie New York coffee shop,
I
right?
Yeah.
remember that.
Before this trip, my dad.
That was the first day.
Yeah. Before I even went on this trip, my dad came up to me. He's like, have fun in New York, but I'm going to give you something. You could use it or not. It was a 7-Eleven coupon. It was a coupon for a free coffee. And, those things are precious. Okay. Do I use them often? No. But when you have them, you got to use them.
Yeah.
They got an expiration date.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you go. If there's a 7-Eleven, you got to go. So we went to New York. We were about to go into this bougie, nice looking. What city was it in? New York, New York.
Yeah, it was. We were in.
We were in New York, New York. Do y'all remember the
Alicia
name?
Keys, New York, New York.
That was after the boat ride, isn't it?
Oh,
It was right after.
Yeah, it was a
because
ni- it was
that
nice
was
as-
literally the first hour we were walking down the street, and we were
Yeah.
like, we should get some coffee.
And we were like, "Yo, this
Yeah.
is New York."
Yeah.
Like, but I forgot the name of that restaurant.
Yeah.
But the whole crew was going in, and across the street past the light, I see the 7-Eleven, and I say to myself, I don't see a better time to use this. Like, I could have used this on the way back,
I'm gonna call cap on that. It wasn't a better time. We were walking into the other, like a freaking coffee shop, and Praveen was like, "I'll be right back, guys." And we were like,
yeah.
right? It wasn't even like, and he didn't tell us. Like we were just like, okay, cool. Like I don't know where he's going, right? But we were all walking into the coffee shop, and he comes back with a 7-Eleven coffee. And he was like, "I had a coupon, right?" All right.
The funniest thing was, I brought it in to that restaurant, sat
Yeah.
with you guys.
That is so true.
So, can I tell another story of one of the brokest things Praveen's done?
Wait, there's another?
Yeah, there's Praveen.
What about you? Okay, go ahead.
So I'm honestly, and I'm not saying this in a prideful way at all. I don't know if I've done many broke things.
Bro, that's such cap. That's the capest.
Or if y'all have a memory, let me know.
Reby, please, let's think.
Yeah, think about a memory. Let me know. I always like, if I can't afford something, I usually just don't do it, or I get into debt.
What?
I usually get into debt, right?
What?
What? What are you talking about?
Nothing. All right, continue.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Continue. If you can't afford something, you won't buy it? Okay.
No, or I said I'll get into debt.
Oh,
right.
right.
But there's not a moment where I'm like hesitant to spend the money.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Like I just keep spending money for no reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get into debt and I have to get out. Right. But one of the brokest things you did, right? You remember this too. This was our first vacation we took as a bros trip. Okay. I hope your memory starts jogging. Me, Praveen, Reby, and Ubby decide to go to Charlotte.
Oh,
right.
Shoot.
This was 2018. Right. This was after this was our first actual
Like bro trip.
bro
Yeah,
trip
yeah.
vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Right?
that now. Yeah, this is after I bought
And
my
so
house for
we're
sure.
no, this is before. This was in April. This is the one where it was just us four.
Was that?
right?
I think I was wearing that red, black, white,
Yeah.
plaited.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
remember that.
Oh, yeah, I remember
we
now.
go on
I
a
remember
road
now.
trip
I
to
remember
Charlotte.
now. I know.
right? This is
I know
our-
what he's gonna say.
This is our first ever like road trip,
I
Oh.
remember.
and we
now.
get in the car and we're driving.
Oh.
Right, we're
Okay.
driving and
Alright.
like we're going there.
Is this
and I
about
get
the
hungry.
orange? This is the oranges, right?
This is the oranges. I get
Man.
hungry and I'm like, bro, we should grab something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because this is our first we're on the road, and Praveen's like. So whenever we drive, it's always me and Reby in the front, and Praveen's always in the back. There's rarely a circumstance where Praveen's in the front,
Cool people in the back.
right? And so Praveen's in the middle, like, I'm good, guys. I brought my own. Praveen said,
I brought
I brought
oranges.
my own food, right? And when he said food, he lifts up a bag. When I say a bag, it's not a plastic bag, and it's not like 2 or 3. A whole Costco bag of oranges,
the
right?
Costco bag.
That he brought on the trip. So it was like for him to sustain himself for the trip. And he was like, I brought my own food. And it was a bag of oranges. That
was a
whole
really big
trip,
bag. Yeah, I
that
remember
whole
that.
trip, anytime we went to a restaurant, we looked at Praveen and said, nah, but you got your own food, bro. Right? You gonna bring the oranges to the restaurant.
Wow.
That
Dude,
was probably,
I forgot I brought a whole like
yeah.
plus size bag of oranges. I literally thought it
Was
was
this
like
during
a
that
Ziploc.
time when Praveen kept saying, "Yo, I got food from food at home, yo"?
Yeah, I got food at home. I got food at home, bro. I got food at
I
home.
remember that.
Dude, those bags of oranges lasted me that trip though.
So,
Yeah,
so that
it
whole
did.
time,
Yeah.
any place
I think
we
you
went,
finished half
we
of
were
it.
like, Praveen got
Huh?
food at home.
You finished half. Of
Yeah,
it.
thank
Yeah.
you. Y'all say buddy thanks to me. Let's go.
That jank was hilarious. All right, y'all got anything for me? Like, y'all remember anything where I was kind of,
Dang.
I was broke?
This is one of
I wouldn't
those
say
where
you're
like,
broke. You're more of like, I don't want to spend money in that. You're just being cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're not broke.
yeah.
I don't think so.
I'll tell y'all a moment though. This was like,
wait, but that's the same thing as I was being cheap too. This isn't
no,
the
you
same
just
thing.
being like you were just being
I
broke.
mean, that is true. Also,
Yeah, maybe
but-
this is more like times you were being cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
your
but
brokest moment.
yeah,
like,
but
you know,
for
Mm.
Aaron, it came in later.
yeah, yeah,
It came
Um,
in later
It did.
yeah. Because I got super into debt, and I had to
Yeah.
like
because
stop.
he just spends money.
I just stopped
Yeah.
buying so many things. But one of my most humbling moments was, and I'm so grateful to my dad to this day that he blessed me so much. But when we first got into college, he gave me a credit card, right?
In college.
To spend. No, this is, I'll say, my brokest moments. I do remember now. When we were in first semester of college, so I didn't work until college almost got done, right? And so I didn't have a job. So the only money I had was money my parents gave me or the credit card I had, right? And so to sustain myself when I was in college, what I would eat is there was a 7-Eleven, right? And this would be my lunch. I would walk from TCC random days and then walk to the 7-Eleven and get 2 taquitos.
Mm.
Oh, I do remember those days.
And that was my lunch.
2 taquitos.
2 taquitos.
we
and
got you
then
upgraded though.
Yeah.
When
When the,
we started Yo Help
yeah.
Place,
So once Reby came into my life, we started going to a little bit more restaurants. That was like $5 back in the day. But I used to get 2 taquitos
I do remember.
and then
that.
an Arizona green tea.
Yes.
Every
That was
day?
my lunch for like months because, like, so what happened, to back up a little bit, right? My dad gave me a credit card, right?
Okay.
And even till this day, I'm still learning how to really use credit cards because those things it'd be too much for me.
Mm.
But I used to swipe that jank wherever I went because I didn't know what limit it had. I didn't think about my dad paying it back. I was like, he gave me this, so I'm gonna just, every time we went out. So I was with a girl one day and we went out to a restaurant. Or we went out to Boba, right?
Don't tell me God declined.
When I tell you. And again, I didn't have a job, so I didn't have another debit card. I didn't have another card.
And you already got the
So
pay.
we got, I think it was it wasn't boba, it was
coming-
it was Yo Mama's
it's coming back to
slushy,
me.
right?
Yeah, the yogurt.
Yeah, the yogurt place.
It's coming
And
back.
so
it's
we
what's it
order
called? Yo
and-
Mama?
Yo Mama, the
Yo
yogurt
Mama.
place.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I get my thing and the young lady, she got her thing and we go to the checkout. I give her the card.
Man.
It's not working, sir. I'm like, what you mean?
Oh yeah, because you have your bowl already ready,
Right,
and
right.
you already put everything. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
and then
awkward.
they were like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Can you try again?" Right. Okay, I didn't know about limits back
oh
then, right?
man,
man.
that's.
Because I was like 18, right?
I feel your pain. I
How
had
much
that
was your
moment
limit?
too.
2,000
It was 3 bands, bro. I spent 3 bands on my dad's credit card.
Wow, that's
in a
Right.
month?
No,
What you
I mean,
doing?
no, it was like half a year. Like, this was like near the latter part of the year.
Oh,
right?
but isn't the credit limit per month? It is, right?
You got to pay it off.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'm
gotta
saying.
pay.
So you rolled over the interest for months?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And
Dang,
so,
bro, you.
and
what?
then, bro, the craziest thing is my dad never said anything. Right. So, and I'm like, "Can you try again?" It's not going through, my man. Right. They're like, "It's not going through." And I didn't have another car. So I just looked at her. It's like, I was like, "Yo, you
Damn, that's probably the last
you
time.
might get this."
This is why Aaron's been
And then I
single.
called my dad and I was like, "It's not working." And he was like, "Yeah, I know." Because he was like,
Dang.
That
"You
was the
racked it up."
lesson. Okay.
And so since that moment, I think that's when I started then. I would only do cheap lunches because, again, my dad was paying. I still didn't pay it off, right? My dad ended up paying all that off. But I would then go to 7-Eleven because I didn't have bread. But, bro, one of the, like, saddest things that I saw somebody who was so broke do one time was we were in TCC. Some kid was having lunch. He was in my classroom. And then he was like, "Yeah, bro," like, because we were in the cafeteria. And I was like, "You're not getting anything?" And he was like, "Nah, bro, this is all I need for lunch." And he held up ketchup packets.
Oh, I think I
What?
remember that.
Yeah.
He was in your
Also.
class too? Y'all the
It
same
was-
class?
It was, well,
No,
we
because
were
we
just-
hang out during lunch.
Yeah, so there was
Ketchup
this one,
packets for
one
lunch?
kid
I think I
to where
remember
because
that.
he couldn't afford it, and I'm not joking. I'm not joking him at all. I'm just saying like that opened my eyes of like some people
Yeah.
really can afford some stuff, right? But he was for his lunch during school was literally eating barbecue sauces or ketchup packets to sustain himself till he got home. But during those times, one of the
Wow.
brokest things I did was I would always eat lunch at 7-Eleven or EO
Yeah,
because EO was $5 and you
Yeah.
used to get 2 curries and rice, bro.
Yep, and you can do unlimited rice and soup.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I brought Ellen there too.
yeah.
Oh.
So that's
Yeah, I've been
what
there once with
that's
you
what
guys.
I used to do. That's some of my brokest moments. But
Dang.
yeah, bro.
Dang,
So-
man, that's insane.
So
Yeah,
as
but-
we're talking about these type of things, so let's talk about the other thing, right? What is one moment or one experience you guys had to where you felt like, wow, I made it? Like when you experience that, you're like, wow, I'm really blessed, and like I'm on the other side of the river now, where you were like, when you did one, it could have been one thing you bought, it could have been like a house or whatever, but one story when you had a moment of like, wow, I made it.
I think for me
Here, I'll
it
put
would be
equals.
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
the South Korea trip for sure.
Okay.
The first one, first
Yeah.
time I went there.
The first
When
time,
I
yeah.
went to the Seoul Tower.
That was by yourself.
Yeah, that was by
Okay.
myself. I just felt like, well, I'm actually here because I've been planning the trip for years. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just felt like a king, I guess, when I got into that moment.
Elaborate.
Even
a
though
little
I
bit.
was
Talk-
alone, you know.
Talk a little bit more on like that feeling of, was there a specific thing when you got to the tower? Is it like looking at the tower? Is it looking at the people? Like what triggered that moment?
No, it's just like looking down at the city.
Mhm.
Seeing your environment. It's just like wow, I'm actually here. Experiencing all these things that I'm just watching on TV, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know, just being in that moment, that place. I think, yeah, that was my biggest thing. I mean, also buying the house, but but it's still.
Everybody's like, what's a house?
Yeah, but it's still different, when you get
Yeah.
to something you really, really want to,
Yeah.
go to, And I don't know. Yeah, for me, I think that was it. And I just felt like you want to stay in that moment,
Mhm.
as long as you can and just go to the next level. So.
All right, Praveen, what about you, man? One of the moments where
I
you're
was going
like,
to say South
"Dang,
Korea
I
trip,
made
too.
it."
Huh?
South Korea trip,
Dude, that
right?
South Korea trip was fun.
Nah, Praveen must have been, bro, when he sat in that Rolls Royce for his weddings. Or he could have been crying at how much money he spent.
Dude, I mean, honestly, that bro trip was what I needed. That honeymoon trip.
The honeymoon trip?
Sorry, that wasn't a honeymoon trip. That was a.
I told
that
y'all
was
they
a
were
bach-
dating.
That was a
I told
bachelor
bachelor
party.
bachelor party.
I told y'all they were dating.
No, but like that was fun for sure. And yeah, I think like being married, flying back and forth. Shout out to Dawn. I know she's watching this. When you go back and forth every 3 months to like visit your girl, every time I'm going back and forth, I always think to myself like, dang, like this is not 3 months. Let me take that back. 4 months, 4 or 5 months into the year. Like, I just say to myself, like, this is not like normal, right? It is a blessing to like be able to like fly back and forth, even if it is like every 4 or 5 months. Long distance is hard, right? But every time I get on that plane, I'm like, two things. I pray that it doesn't fall, but I also pray that, like, thank you God for like at least giving me the chance to like, you know, just like have this luxury to like I can work, but I can also travel at the same time.
Yeah.
And then getting married in France, having both of y'all there, like that's all I needed, you know, having you guys there with me, you know. And I know like life after marriage is hard, but like, yeah, definitely like being in France with my bros, with my wife, like I don't think there's like any other better day for me, like, to be honest. So, I love you guys.
Praveen's wedding was spectacular, man. When I saw that as a friend, I was like, oh, this dude made it. How much money I saw him on the videography, the car. Boy was rolling in a Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce, yeah.
You know, his wedding function. I'll say, if anything, man, Praveen's wedding is probably one of the coolest weddings I've seen. And I was like, he got bread. And so also the audience, when we say we made it, it's not a sense of like monetary of like we're all well off or anything, because, you know, everybody's money is different. I'm saying more on the idea of like you, when you were a child, right? And how you grew up to the moment of now you're getting your own money. And there was a moment where you're like, wow, I really am here right now doing things that I wasn't doing when I was a kid. And not because of like you weren't well off, but at the same time, you know, our parents worked hard, brought us here, immigrant life. Like we're all grew up in an immigrant household. At least all our parents are the first ones here, right? And so for me, one of my moments was actually in 2023 when me and Praveen went to Seattle, right?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, we went through a lot of different places. Of course, we traveled by the grace of God. We've been really blessed. But we went to a Drake concert, right? And that Drake concert, me and my cousin Abhishek were like, bro, let's not just get bleachers tickets, right? Let's not get like we just got in the door. Let's spend a good amount of money and try to get into that first level, right? So I think we spent $400 on the ticket each person. So Praveen came along and Praveen was down for it. So we went, and then during the concert, we're like in the first row, and there was a point where Drake and 21 were like 30 feet away because of like how close we were, or like 40 feet, whatever. And then he started playing the song, started from the bottom, now we here.
Dang.
And so when he played that song, there was a moment where me and Abhi looked at each other. And there was that realization of, again, we're not saying like we made it or like all this,
Right.
but it was a moment of like, bro, we're really here right now. We're at a concert and we spent $400 on a concert ticket. If you asked us as us a kid, would we do that? Like, we're like, nah, bro, what you mean?
Never.
Right? Spending $20 on a video game was a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We made $20 go a whole weekend with 2 movies, lunch, and everything.
How did we do that, dude?
And now if $20, we're like, hey, bro, I'm on a budget, right?
Yeah.
When we were a kid, $20 lasted us a whole Saturday. And so when that moment, when we saw that Drake concert and I heard that song, me and my cousin had a moment where we're like, dude, like we're really here right now, right? And so that was a moment where I distinctly remember, like, praise the Lord, like we really are living well, right? And we're able to go do fun things and all this type of stuff. So anything you guys want to leave to the people as we close off, you know, people who are well off or broke, or any not necessarily advice, but you know, any last remarks I want to say to people?
I was going to say, never give up. You know, find your niche.
Niche, yeah.
Yeah, you know, find what you're good at, what you're happy with, and yeah, work shouldn't be. You know, you shouldn't struggle. You know what I mean, for work. So do something fun that can make you money, basically.
Yeah.
Find your gifts, basically. You know.
Praveen?
I mean, this is my second week at my new job, so like, so you know, never give up. You know, every year. This is something that was hard for me, because trust me, I was in 2 years in the same job. I liked being comfortable. I didn't really like having anything like make me uncomfortable. Like I was at peace, whatever. And like it's okay to be at peace, but you know, if it doesn't challenge you, you really don't grow, right? So I'm fortunate that my wife and also like Aaron and like Reby, I got you guys, and you guys actually, I remember like I called you guys and you were like very supportive about me taking the new job. My parents were actually like, stay with the city. But I was like,
Oh man.
but they're thinking from like a more stability standpoint because
Yeah.
it is a government job, right? But no, but like y'all three, like, you know, you two and Dolan were like, yo, take the new job. And I was like, oh, okay. So like I did do something that was uncomfortable, but like, you know, 2 weeks in, it is new, but you know, I love my team. I love so far, you know, it's new job feels right. I'm pretty sure they're going to sink me into a month, but like, I'm just enjoying it now. And I think like I encourage you guys to like try something new, like after every 6 months or every year, you know, try to push yourself into a new thing. Don't be complacent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. I want to mimic what they're saying. Don't give up. I always say give things to God, and especially finances. I'm not good at finances at all, and I'm trying to get better. I'm also a dude who's been in $25,000 in credit card debt. And it's only by God's grace that I came out. And so just mimicking what they said, sometimes financially, if it looks like you're in a hole, like it looks like there's no way out, I really encourage you, pray to God, you know, seek wisdom and then work. But there's always a way out, right? There's always a way to get there. And it looks hard and it sometimes looks impossible. But, yeah, man, just keep grinding, keep having the faith and, get yourself a support group of friends. Even if sometimes your friends can't help out monetarily, just the love that you have in friendship is a help in moments. But yeah, guys, just stay encouraged. And as both of them said, don't give up, you know, keep grinding, keep growing.
20K in debt. Did you pay these off yet?
Yeah, no, I paid it all off.
Oh, you paid this off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, all right.
It took me a few years, right? As
I
Reby was
remember
saying,
you still were on credit for these.
yeah,
I
I was saying, like, as Reby was saying, there wasn't a moment I acted broke, but I just be getting into debt, and so now
Yeah.
I'm all for not getting into debt,
that's good, bro.
right? So it took me a while to get out the hole, you know what I'm saying? Still got student loans, so we still gonna pay that off. But credit card debt took me a long time to get out, and that jank that was a fight, man, but only by God's grace. So thank you guys for, you know, listening. Hopefully it was chill conversation. And I know y'all can't really relate to the memories that we were talking about, but I enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, and we hoped you guys just got any input, minute.
Yeah.
I hope y'all got something from this talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Yeah, man. Thanks for, you know, calling the call center. You know,
Hey.
give us a call next time. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Hey.